Hello, everyone. Oh, I'm sorry. Ahoy, mateys. Welcome aboard The Shallows, the pod designed specifically for all you 10-team and smaller league managers. I'm your captain, Erik Hinrichsen, alongside chief mate, not first mate, chief mate, Carson Picard. Carson, how are the seas faring today?
Oh, my God, Erik, it's so hot. I mean, it's not that hot for many of you listeners probably, but it's like 90 degrees. And I think that is a temperature where it is okay to say it's hot. And at least for me, where it's been rainy, and I know it's been like this for you too, because you get my weather like 3 days later.
Yes.
It's been like rainy and just not like sweltering for most of the spring. And like finally, as it's coming after Memorial Day, we're really starting to hit the summer months and in stride. So
yes, I believe you can wear white now. So that's why you've got your white shirt on. So that's great. Do you know the fashion rules, Carson?
Certainly why. No, I know. I do know that one, but
don't wear white after Labor Day and after Memorial Day. It's generally okay. As we move into summer here, the ball maybe it will start flying out of ballparks more than it has. I don't know. I haven't actually looked up whether there are more or less homers this year. I just know that it seems like every pitcher is either hurt or terrible, with the exception of Chase Burns and Cam Schlittler and Shohei Ohtani. And we have some pitching news for you on today's show in the Captain's Report, which we're making a good news only segment today. We need the vibes. We need good news vibes. It is going to be a positive news only Captain's Report, concluding with some really fun news concerning Cristopher Sanchez. And then we've also got a new segment dreamed up by Carson here. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's called the Sinatra Awards, influenced by the lyric "Riding High in April, Shot Down in May." No, I will not sing it. You don't want me to do that. And then we're going to wrap it up with Marco Polo. It's a very quick return. We did that last week. And if you've ever really played the game Marco Polo in the pool, when someone says Marco and you say Polo and they tag you, your roles are reversed. So Carson got 2 out of 6 last week. We're going to switch roles this week and play Marco Polo once again. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait to do it again. But before we officially leave port, we release a new episode every Friday. The audio version releases at 7 a.m. Eastern, wherever you get your podcast, and the video version premieres on YouTube the same night at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you want to see our beautiful made-for-radio mugs on YouTube while you watch the show. So, and, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Leave us a 5-star rating, a like, a thumbs up, a kind review, and don't forget we're part of the Pitcher List Podcast Network, so check out the other pods we have available. There are new episodes out daily, and visit pitcherlist.com for all the latest and greatest content published daily as well. I had to take a deeper breath before I do that next time. When we come back, it's the Captain's Report, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Shallows. This is the Captain's Report, a good news only Captain's Report. It's the end of May. We're almost in June. We needed a good news day. I feel like we've had a lot of negative news lately here on the Captain's Report. But today, let's just bring you only good things, only positive. Here's one for you. Spencer Schwellenbach has finally begun a throwing program. He's been out months after getting loose bodies removed from his elbow, and I really do wonder if he could have had that new nanoscope procedure that Blake Snell and Tarek Skubal had, because he had it months ago. We don't even know if that surgery existed or was approved months ago, or if he was even eligible for it, but it's really exciting that he is back throwing. He will be back in the second half. He's already been ruled out. If you, for some reason, are lucky enough to have an available IL spot and he is out there, I would stash him personally. Other good news, same procedure, different pitcher, Hunter Greene. He is also throwing. I believe he threw off a mound either yesterday or today. Very exciting. Hunter Greene working his way back. Hopefully he'll be back sooner rather than later as well. Again, wonder if he could have had the nanoscope, but I just feel like it's a guy with a history of arm problems. I would still stash him. He is an ace in waiting. Maybe you drafted him. I did, and I've stashed him this entire time. Very exciting that Hunter Greene is working his way back. Josh Hader should be activated either this weekend or early next week. He's pitching back-to-back today, Wednesday, May 27th, as we're recording this. And he's also going to pitch again tomorrow on Thursday. So by the time you're listening to this, Josh Hader would have pitched back-to-back days in what is likely to be his final tune-up in his very long rehab assignment.
Yeah, it's been a crazy long one for Hader. Like, unusually weird. For a reliever, too. But
right.
Hader's weird. I mean, Hader is one of those guys that maybe has the most strict procedures of his usage of any pitcher I've ever heard of. Like, remember when he went to San Diego and he was just extremely weird.
Yeah, he was like 1 inning and the beginning of an inning, and that's it.
And it must be the 9th. You cannot pitch. Thou shalt not pitch Josh Hader in the 8th.
Yeah, he's a quirky guy. I would love to hear some locker room stories about Josh Hader. I'm sure they're very weird. Moving on, another guy who will begin his rehab assignment sort of on the other end from Hader, and that is Jordan Lawlar. He's going to start his rehab assignment today, actually, Wednesday, May 27th, as he is returning from a broken wrist. He was off to a fairly decent start, was getting a lot of playing time finally in Arizona. I do wonder if there is still room for him in that lineup. You have to imagine they can find a spot for him. I don't think he should lose his starting spot because of this injury, and I can't say that Arizona has 4 guys that are better than him, right? Like, if you can stash Jordan Lawlar, especially in deeper leagues, middle infield leagues, corner infield leagues. I know on Yahoo he has like third base, shortstop, and outfield eligibility, which is really good, multi-position, especially for deeper leagues. Logan Webb on the other end from Jordan Lawlar, a little bit ahead of Josh Hader. Logan Webb is returning on Friday, so by the time you listen to this, know that you can still activate Logan Webb from the IL. But Carson, are you starting Logan Webb in Colorado at Coors?
I think I am, actually, and it's because Logan Webb is the kind of guy, the balls aren't going to fly that far because they don't fly at all with Logan Webb. His whole thing is he gets 9 scorchers on the ground. Generally, Logan Webb has done fairly well in Colorado over his career. I can double check that as I was talking, but
4.37 career ERA in Colorado. More recently, he's had a little bit better success recently. Earlier in his career is kind of when he got tagged.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think is he's added some more swing and miss into his game as well. And that's also how much do you want to put in it's a pretty weak Colorado lineup also.
Yeah.
Like, it's been sluggish this year. More than like normal, I feel. But actually, honestly, he's allowed just a 644 OPS in Coors Field. Like, he's allowed some runs, but he's been like pretty solid. I don't know. I'd do it. Depends on your pitching depth. I mean, if you can take that risk, but I don't think it's. I'm not scared.
No, I would start him as well. It wasn't an arm injury; it was a knee injury, and it was bothering him basically the whole season. So maybe he's right now. Hopefully he's right now, and he can get back on track and be that number 2 fantasy starter that you drafted him to be.
Fun Logan Webb fact. He is a lower OPS against in Coors Field than Oracle Park.
That's fun. That's fun.
Crazy. By 3 points.
I did also look this up. Logan Webb has a career ERA against the Rockies of 2.97. So I would start him. I don't think, even if he gets coursed to death, it's not going to be that bad. And maybe you started Bubba Chandler today, who was not off to a great start as we started recording this show. And I'm trying
only
to bring
positives, Erik.
Oh, that's right. Only positives. All right, moving on. Hopefully you didn't sell low on Ketel Marte, because Ketel Marte is absolutely carrying your offenses right now. We told you not to do it. Hopefully you didn't do it. And it's just nice to have a little bit of validation when we told you draft him in round 2 if you can. And here he is, right, doing Ketel Marte things as he does every season. The luck is turning around. Reid Detmers had 14 strikeouts the other day. I think, was that Saturday? I don't remember what day it was, but it just blew my mind. Or was it Sunday? It blew my mind. 8 innings, 14 strikeouts was the exact opposite of the start that he had. He had, say that 5 times fast. He had earlier in the week when he went 5 2/3 with 8 earned runs. He went, it was 8 shutout, right? With 14 strikeouts?
He got 8 strikeouts, I think, at that start. The strikeouts to walks weren't that bad, but this was just outstanding. Yeah. 8 scoreless frames, 14 strikeouts. This was carnage. And I think the shadows were helping them a little bit. And whenever you have a pitcher doing that well, there's usually some other factor. But I mean, this is one of the best starts we'll see all year.
Yes, it was I think he tied Emerson Hancock for the most strikeouts in a game this season, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Just absolutely mowed down the Texas Rangers. I would stick with the pick up Reid Detmers thing.
We've talked about this a couple times by now. I'm sticking my foot out. I'm saying absolutely Reid Detmers. I think he's shallow league relevant.
You don't really find this much upside on the wire when it comes to arms at this point in the season with the amount of injuries that there have been. Pick up Reid Detmers, okay? Last week was a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde, but that 814, man, is so good. It's so good. More good news here. James Wood, who many were a little down on going into the season because he had a terrible second half last year, is currently the number one player in most leagues. You know, depending on your settings, of course. If you have some wacky settings, he might not be number one, but James Wood in general settings here is the number one player. Not much actionable there. Just some good news for you. James Wood is off to a tremendous start. And I do find it interesting that the Nationals have the number one offense against left-handed pitching, and their two best hitters are left-handed. So that's fun.
James Wood has, by a decent margin, the most plate appearances in baseball. They've been batting him at the top. I know, right? They've been batting him at the top of the lineup and leadoff spots, and he's just been outplaying every game. 15 home runs, 9 stolen bases from your leadoff guy. He's just a machine.
Yeah, he is. He's a really good player, really good young player that I think when they have second halves like that, I wonder if there was an injury or fatigue, not used to playing every day like that, you know, in the minors. But man, James Wood, former top prospect, he has shown now for a while that he is a very good player. Again, nothing actionable here, just good news. And last up on the captain's report here, Cristopher Sanchez has extended his scoreless inning streak. Did he do it today? I think he did it today, right?
He did it today.
44 2/3 innings, Carson. You found that out and you're like, ooh, I got to talk about that.
It's one of the, and I mean this with complete sincerity, it's one of the greatest stretches we've ever seen a pitcher have. And that means he is, I believe, 8th in the all-time scoreless inning ranks.
That's crazy.
He tosses 4 more scoreless frames his next outing. If he gets into the 5th scoreless, he will move into 3rd all-time, passing 68 Bob Gibson.
Woo.
Which is the year he pitched a 1.12 ERA. Woo. If you didn't know. So. This is one of the greatest stretches. I mean, he's been outrageous. The strikeouts, the walks. He's had 45 strikeouts in the month of May to 3 walks. He has just been, you have not been able to get on base, and the way he pitches, which is so ground ball sinker heavy, they just haven't been able to elevate and get any slug against him. It's just, I mean, this is a clinic. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I have not paid 1 second of attention to Cristopher Sanchez all year because I do not have any shares, unfortunately. Do you have any shares?
Well, Erik, I made a trade for Cristopher Sanchez over the winter. You remember this?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Acuna was the highlight, but Sanchez, my goodness.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Even I was bullish on him, and Kyle Bland, friend of the show, was very bullish on him, and neither of us could have predicted anything like this, almost single-handedly keeping the Phillies season alive.
Oh, yeah. Zach Wheeler's doing a pretty decent job, too. We'll talk about him another time. But that does it for the captain's report. Again, nothing really actionable here at the end. Just some good news for you. Schwelly, Hunter Greene, Josh Hader, all on the cusp of returning as they either start or end their rehab assignments. Jordan Lawlar beginning his rehab assignment. Logan Webb returning. Ketel Marte doing Ketel Marte things. Reid Detmers striking out 14. James Wood and Cristopher Sanchez just dominating in their respective roles as well. So that does it for the captain's report. When we come back, it's the Sinatra Awards. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You're riding high in April, shot down in May.
Welcome back to the Shallows. This is the Sinatra Awards.
You're riding high in April, shot down in May. And
Ooh.
Maikel Garcia's not doing too hot because
Love
the
it.
Royals are, I don't know what rhymes with hot, but I gave it a pretty good shot.
Sinking in the pot. I don't know. I'm not a lyricist.
There you go. We're getting there.
Carson, you can swoon us anytime with those vocals. That was fantastic. Absolutely incredible. This is the Sinatra Awards. We are going to go through players who were, like Carson just beautifully saying to us, riding high in April and are shot down in May here. First up, as you also sung, Maikel Garcia had a 274 batting average in April. That has sunk to 240 in May. He's only got one stolen base. And it's not like this is May 7th. This is May 27th when we're recording this. There are just a few days left here in the month. Carson, this was a preseason favorite of ours, of a lot of people's, of the industry. What is going on?
Garcia is someone that I think maybe the most alarming thing here is the stolen bases. 4 stolen bases over the last couple months, and even that decline from 3 to 1. Garcia has been, his stolen base success rate has gone down considerably over the last couple years, and it's no exception here. He has been caught stealing, just trying to pull this up to make sure. He's been caught stealing 3 times on 7 attempts.
Ooh,
I mean, he is not good, and this is actually kind of a consistent theme. Last year, he was caught quite a bit on the base path. So Garcia, he's someone that the average and on base percentage is going to go up. That's just a part of his game. But maybe that, I think that slugging is something that's a bit eyebrow raising. And for someone who was just so excellent the first month and a half of the year, really slowing down. And it's Bobby Witt Jr. just seems to take all of his energy because it's just not doing that well. I think the answer of where Garcia's real value is somewhere in the middle between these two. But maybe that earlier, flirting with the top 3 round kind of projection of overall quality at second base, or I guess third base now exclusively. It's been rough. It's been rough.
Yeah, I'm looking at his contact rates, and they're not all that different from last year. So I'm just thinking that he's cold, but I was also suspect of that kind of like 20-30 upside that a lot of people said. I liked him repeating exactly what he did last year. Like, I think that is perfectly useful. It's actually very useful and very good. I just don't think the lofty expectations were going to be there. That being said, triple eligibility most places, second, third, and outfield, if I'm not mistaken, coming into the season. If he's only going to play third base, that's a position where I want a little bit more power than he might provide.
Yeah.
So that might hurt his value going into next season. That being said, it's May 27th. There are still months to get back going. I guess I was gonna try and find like some cool thing like get back on the horse, but they didn't fall off the horse. He's just going slowly on the horse currently. I was trying to think of a cool Sinatra line. I couldn't do it. Anyway. Maikel Garcia.
Trying not to say something stupid.
That too. Always, I feel like I'm always teetering on the edge of saying something really dumb, so I try really hard not to. Would you buy low on Maikel Garcia?
And for anyone that knows me, this is one of my guys. I probably wouldn't, because I think even the preseason hype and what I've seen here, there's still kind of an industry selling point and price point of he's a guy that has that 20-30 upside. Like you said, I thought it would be really surprising if he got to 15 home runs. He had 16 last year. I would not be surprised, given his swing, that it stays like that, that may be the peak. And with the stolen bases cratering, I can't buy into him really as that kind of 5 category player.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that we may have been fooled here by Maikel Garcia. Still a very useful player if he can just do what he did last year. Moving on to this is now my guy. I'm calling him my guy. Look, I'm even wearing like a red shirt. Okay, Mr. Mario, as he is very fondly referred to. Sal Stewart had an absolutely phenomenal April. 281, 373, 570 slash line. That is an OPS over 900 if you're counting real quick there. And 7 stolen bases to go along with a lot of home runs. Sal Stewart was like a top 10 player in April. And in May, that slash line has fallen to a 225 batting average, an OPS just under 700 at, if I'm mathing correctly here, 694, and just 3 stolen bases this month, and the power has decreased as well. Carson, should we be worried about Mr. Mario, who is triple position eligible now at first, second, and third base?
Stewart in the month of May definitely underperformed on its expected metrics, and you look overall and they still average out to something really strong over the course of the year. And like you said, that second base eligibility changes this conversation for shallow league considerably. He's still a must roster and a must start in shallow leagues because of that second base eligibility. But is he going to be that guy where you're thinking, is he going to be a top 3 round pick next year? I don't know about that. I mean, this is one of the reservations I had with Stewart from the onset is he doesn't have a lot of obvious raw power, and a lot of it's game power and kind of maximizing swings and that sort of stuff. His bat speed's 72 miles an hour. That is dead average in Major League Baseball. And in general, his plate discipline is about the same. So I think you're looking at some contact ability and quality of contact when he gets there, which is good. It's effective. It's solid. But with a little bit of stolen base upside, he's still a really nice player. 12 home runs, 10 stolen bases on the year. That's going to play. But I think overall the ratios are not something in that higher tier echelon of performance that you maybe would anticipate after a ridiculously hot start in April.
Yeah, projections have him to hit 261 rest of the season, and I'll take that. I'll take 260 batting average rest of the season. I don't like to read into too much about the counting stats when it comes to that, but I think like the rate stats I'd like to look at when it comes to the models and the predictors. That being said, yeah, top 3 round pick, no. 5, 5th round, 4th round pick next year.
With second base eligibility, that changes the conversation so much about this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And keep in mind, Sal Stewart is just 22 years old. Nothing says that he can come back next year and swing the bat harder or faster, I should say, not necessarily harder. But I am a big fan of Mr. Mario Sal Stewart here. I acquired him earlier in the season in one of my leagues for Ryan Pepio before it was announced that Pepio was going to miss the whole season.
I remember this. That was good.
Yeah. So I think I have Sal Stewart on 4 of my 5 teams, which is pretty crazy. I saw that the bat to ball skills in the small bit that he was up, not a high strikeout guy. So that's why I invested in Sal Stewart. Big fan of his. And I think despite the slump or the downturn, I should say, in production, it's not like the plate discipline has gotten extremely worse. It's just, he's just not getting hits, and that's baseball. That's just, it happens. Next up here, oh goodness.
Oh man, yeah.
This one's a little rough. Spencer Torkelson was not good in April. He hit 228 and had an OPS just south of 800. No stolen bases, of course, because Torque ain't running. He's managed to be worse in May.
Oh man.
158 batting average and an OPS under 6. Carson. Oh god! Oh goodness!
Is this an even? Are we an even year Torkelson? Are we doing this after 2 odd year 30 homer seasons? Torkelson had not gotten off to a great start out of the gates, and I think by turn 1 has figuratively snapped his leg. This is just dismal. Slugging under 300 for a first baseman is so brutal. And when you have an approach that's very reliant on the long ball, oh man, Erik, this is just brutal. And now I think you got to ask, I mean, is he droppable?
Oh, 100%.
100% droppable?
First base is so deep. It's so deep.
Who are you picking up for just as if you're throwing name out?
Yeah, Aranda. If Aranda is available in your shallow
100%,
leagues,
100%.
I'm picking up Jonathan Aranda. I'm picking up JJ Bleday. I'm picking up anyone who looks competent with a bat because Torkelson does not, to be honest.
Like a Cody Clemens is 100% going to be on the wire in a shallow leagues. He's doing pretty solid.
You can find somebody who's going to do right something. Torkelson's not doing anything but killing you right now. You're getting no production and you're getting absolutely no help in the ratios either. So it's not like he's Luis Ariz who can hit 400 and knock in 2 runs in a month, but at least he hit 400 for you. Yeah, I would move on from Torque. Next up here, oh no. Why do we have a Yankee on here? Oh no.
Well, he deserves. Yeah, sorry about this one.
No, he deserves to be here. He's hitting 100 points lower in May than he did in April. Ben Rice, 327 batting average in April, 1 stolen base, bunch of home runs, keeping pace with Aaron Judge. In May, 235. Now, keep in mind.
Also keeping pace with Aaron Judge.
Also still keeping pace with Aaron Judge in every way possible. Keep in mind. Now, the only thing carrying the Yankees right now is Jazz Chisholm in Stanton's pants. So, have you heard about that? He's wearing Giancarlo Stanton's pants. Those guys are 2 different sizes, but I think it's just the style. He's wearing the style of Giancarlo Stanton's pants, and he's hitting somewhere like 450 since he put those pants on. It's nuts.
What is happening in the Bronx, man? We're swapping pants.
Yeah, but anyway, Ben Rice, riding the struggle bus a little bit. He did have that hand injury that he missed a couple games with.
Yeah.
So Carson, what is going on with Benjamin Rice?
Well, something as I'm looking at this, and I am actually going to flip this to you because you're the Yankee guy here, so I'll make sure. Hey Erik, what the heck is going on with this on base percentage? 287 is crazy low for a guy that maintains a pretty good walk rate. That slugging in May is still 494. He's getting the bound on the ball. If the batting average goes down, it's more true outcomes. That's fine. But 287 on base percentage, or are we? What's going on here?
Okay. So to me, if your on base percentage drops like that, you're probably pressing too much to produce. Right. So my guess is that. Yeah, he's probably trying to hit too many home runs. That being said, his StatCast is still Hall of Fame level StatCast like it was last year.
Is it actually that good? Hold on, let me make sure. How much red are we talking from your shirt to
my shirt?
Pretty good. It's pretty your shirt. It's pretty your shirt. It's interesting you say that he's pressing too hard. I kind of wonder, I sort of said it jokingly, but I wonder if Rice maybe trying to make up for a little bit of Judge's lack of production in the lineup, Stanton being kind of touch and go, if there's anything to that, or it's just a bit of a unconscious decision.
Yeah. Look, the K rate is up, which I'm not a fan of. So it's up from 19% last year to 23.5% this year. And I'm just trying to see if that would correlate to his plate discipline here. Yeah, he's making less contact. And he's making less contact on pitches out of the zone, which will lead to more strikeouts because you're probably chasing a little bit more. As I lost my StatCast tab there.
Yeah.
Is he chasing more?
I pulled up Ben Rice's decision value on the PLV Pro apps, which if you want to find those out, you can subscribe to PL Pro and get all the access to it. But basically, after maintaining a really strong decision value throughout the month of April, basically as soon as it hits May 1st, and actually, let me send this to you real quick so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. As soon as it hits May 1st, the plate discipline kind of craters, and the rolling 200 pitches decision value currently sitting around the 35th percentile, where it peaked at around 95th. So it's definitely, I think you're absolutely right, definitely pressing on the decision value for Ben Rice negatively.
Yeah. Hopefully you can turn it around in June. I don't need him to hit 327. Hit 370 and we're good. Honestly, like, let's split the difference here between 327 and 235. Oh, excuse me. Next up, we've got Jose Soriano, who looked like the number one pitcher in baseball there for a month. 42 and 2/3 innings pitched in April. That's a lot of innings for April, by the way. An ERA under 1, 0.84, and a whip under 1 at 0.94. And yet here in May, 23 and 2/3 innings pitched. See, a lot fewer innings. 5.32 ERA, 1.21 whip. That looks like the Jose Soriano we know. Carson, who is the real Jose Soriano?
It's probably in the middle. I mean, if you look at his stat line right now, I'm going to say I still think Jose Soriano is really good. And I do just like his stuff. He's had a bit of a lot different of an approach this year, where Soriano used to be almost exclusively a 2-pitch pitcher. He has a very steady 4-pitch mix with a show-me slider to boot. I still like Jose Soriano. I like his approach as a pitcher. A guy with swing and miss and ground ball heavy is a really excellent prototype. I think there's a lot of a very high floor and ceiling there. See Cristopher Sanchez. For Soriano, right now he's got a 2.44 ERA over 66 innings, 1.07 whip. That's probably going to see some increases, but this month of May is a overreactive rebound, basically. He will settle in. Still probably is a really solid pitcher. I think this is actually, if earlier was a great chance to sell, this is probably a really nice chance to buy, as people are kind of panic selling over their poor investments. I think he's going to rebound back to being pretty dang good.
As we're recording this, Jose Soriano, 4 2/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 runs, including a homer, which is weird for him to give up a home run, 2 walks and 3 strikeouts.
Yeah,
I do not have the opponent up
too, which is that's against Spencer Torkelson too, which is absolutely hilarious. But nevertheless, yeah, I said this. Yeah, I said that before the show. We were talking about it, but
yeah. So Jose Soriano has given up a home run to a guy hitting a $150 this month, so that's fun. That's just shows you the luck of both players. I think who has the worst luck at the moment? Jose Soriano. Hence, Spencer Torkelson, who also has bad luck, homered off of him. Maybe he just didn't take him seriously. $158 for Torque is bad, man. That is brutal. And I wonder, sorry, just not to jump back to him for a second, but I wonder, like 2 years ago, he would have been sent down. So I'm really surprised that they haven't done something to address the issue yet, especially for a team that was looking to contend.
I don't know what's happening with Detroit, man. This is a crazy year for Detroit. All the attention's been on Boston. Detroit is right up there. And like, what is happening? Remember, they had Tarek Skubal and they signed Framber Valdez. Excuse me? They do not deserve to be worse than the Minnesota Twins.
They also signed
Victor Caratini.
But don't forget the Tigers also signed Justin Verlander.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Last up here in the Sinatra Awards, we have Nolan McLean in April, 35 and a third, 2.55 ERA, 0.85 whip, ace level numbers, top 10 pitcher level numbers there. And then so far in May, 26 innings, an ERA just south of 7 at 6.92, and a whip of 1.42. Looks like Bubba Chandler there. Carson, what is going on with Nolan McLean?
I think Nolan McLean, and this is, this is one of those things where you're dealing with small samples and you have to look at things. And generally, the pitch modeling is still pretty favorable on the locations. I think there are some sequencing issues, and I feel like, and it's semi-anecdotal, but with Nolan McLean, it feels like he often gets off to pretty solid starts, and something goes wrong in the 6th. And he has been, whether it's third time through the order, and in fact, let me pull this up here just to make sure. He's just, many times it seems like he goes in the 6th, the 7th inning, and he just has not been able to be effective. It's been really weird because everything looks really solid. In terms of just the actual pitches. First time, I've pulled it up here. First time through the order, hitters are slugging 272. second and third time through the order, they are slugging 447 and 422 respectively. So something is off with either command, confidence, or sequencing once we get to like the third inning and fourth inning. So I generally trust McLean. I think he has everything. When the ball comes out of his hand, I think it's generally electric. He has the pitches, he has the stuff, he has the locations generally. But there's just some kinks to figure out here.
Yeah, I would agree with you. That's got something to do with sequencing. I wonder if he's comfortable attacking hitters in one way, and then that's the way he attacks them, and he doesn't make any adjustments based on swing decisions or how a previous at bat went. You know, pitchers may save, let's say they have a 4-pitch arsenal. They may go through the first time of the order and just throw 2 of them. And then the second time they incorporate the third pitch. And then if they manage to get through the order a third time and have to face somebody a 4th time, maybe they incorporate their 4th pitch. You know, they could do that in their third time around too. But you generally don't just empty the kitchen sink the first time through the order. And I wonder if he is, in order to get guys out, and then there's really no surprises left later in the game, which would go to exactly what you're saying, which is sequencing. I do also find it interesting. You brought up a very good point. He kind of makes it through 5, and then it all kind of falls apart. I wonder, why? Because is it stamina like Emmett Sheehan? Is it?
I think, and this is a kind of harebrained hypothesis here, Nolan McLean has breaking stuff that moves more than anyone else. I mean,
he's a pitching ninja gif.
No, but here's the thing. With that, it means you have to start a sweeper way outside and come back. I mean, if you're starting it where it's looking at, if you're starting a sweeper that's trying to, against the lefty, if you're trying to have a sweeper that's trying to catch the outside part of the zone, and you can read that off the bat that it's coming around, I mean, that's extremely easy to throw, because otherwise it's like, oh, he's throwing a fastball at the on deck circle, which is not happening. So I think like I've seen that sometimes with guys that have really crazy stuff, and the gifts are fantastic, but it seems like it's easier to read than you may anticipate. I wonder if something's happening here, because his sweeper is getting annihilated. I mean, they are absolutely, and that sweeper has about 2 feet of horizontal break. His sweeper right now, batters are slugging 556 against it. It's getting
bad.
It's getting crunched, Erik. It doesn't make sense that it's getting crunched off the stuff numbers. So I wonder if this is just now it has a 30% whiff rate, but it's like if he's using that in counts that you anticipate a sweeper, it's like, oh, okay, here's this pitch that's going to come back and it's coming in slower. You know, I don't know. I think this is like something's got to get figured out here, because right now he's got his cutter and his sweeper are just absolutely getting hammered.
I would buy low on him though. Would you?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. We're literally like 2.5 weeks ago, no one was questioning whether or not he was a top 10 pitcher. Now everyone's panicking. And I wouldn't. I think
it has to be good. It has to get figured out. I mean, the fastball's a little, but it's like there's so much good. And remember, this guy was the number 3 prospect in baseball.
Yeah. This is not Bubba Chandler, a guy who just all of a sudden just like can't. Period. Just can't. Okay. Insert whatever you want.
Can you tell Erik is fed up with Bubba Chandler? Could you tell?
Listen, I almost brought this up in the Good News Only Captains report, but Bubba Chandler, I looked at his stat line before we pressed record against the Cubs pitching today. It was not good. He, however, managed to settle down. 5 innings, 4 earned runs, 5 strikeouts. So he got it. He reined it in. He didn't lose it.
How many walks?
His K to walk ratio is 2.5 on 5 strikeouts.
Pretty good, actually.
So what's that? 3? Is that 3?
That is 2 walks. How about that?
Okay, not
just
bad.
Allowed 8 hits.
The whip, killing you on the whip. Whip 2 today. Anyway, yes, I'm tired of Bubba Chandler. I can't. However, I'll tell everybody at home. I told you this before the show. I dropped him. Then he went out last week and just was incredible. I picked him back up. Okay. I learned my lesson. Sometimes there's just guys you can't quit. I might not be able to quit Bubba Chandler, and I'll just suffer the consequences, but I might have to drop him. We'll see. The problem is that team's pitching is terrible. That does it for the Sinatra Awards. They go to the awards. Those, Carson, sing it for us one more time, would you?
They're riding high in April, shot down in May.
Fantastic. That was Maikel, Garcia, Sal Stewart, Spencer Torkelson, Ben Rice, Jose Soriano, and Nolan McLean. When we come back, it's the return of Marco Polo, but I'm going to be guessing this time. So I'm going to embarrass myself. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Shallows. This is the return 1 week later of Marco Polo. We played this game last week, and Carson went 2 for 6 on his guesses. Pretty good percentage. That means he's hitting 333. He would contend for a batting title these days. And if you missed last week's show, first of all, how could you? How dare you? Don't ever do it again. But if you didn't, you know what this is all about. But if you did, for whatever reason, you missed last week's show, what we're going to do is we are going to play this game where Carson is going to throw 2 names. Well, he's not actually going to throw 2 names at me. He's going to throw stats at me for 2 players. And I'm going to have to analyze them and say who I prefer rest of season and then guess who they are. And Carson was 2 for 6 in guessing who they are. And I think he went 6 for 6 in picking the player that you preferred. Or 3 for 6 because it was only, 3 choices out of 2 pairs. But you guessed very well last week, and I am about to embarrass myself as the guesser this week because, Carson, you're going to give me the stats, and I'm just going to whiff. I am going to have a whiff percentage of Spencer Torkelson. I'm going to go chasing.
You know what? I didn't make it too tricky for you. There's some bigger names. There's some guys.
Nice. Here we go.
We'll start. Erik, are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'm ever gonna be.
Works for me. All right.
Can't look at Bubba Chandler's stat line while we're doing
Pitcher
that.
A, Pitcher A, and Pitcher B. I will even give you this right off the bat. They are both American League starting pitchers, so I will give you that to work with.
That narrows.
Pitcher A has a 3.19 ERA, 53.2 innings pitched, or 53 2/3 rather, a 1.137 WHIP, and 48 strikeouts on the year.
Less than a strikeout per inning.
3.19 ERA, 53.2 innings pitched, less than a strikeout per inning, 1.13 WHIP. Pitcher B in the American League, a 3.55 ERA, 58.1 innings pitched, a 1.166 WHIP, and notably 65 strikeouts. So a higher strikeouts per 9 and about a 0.4 runs higher ERA. Off the bat, Erik, who are you taking on your blind spot?
Just with those stats, not knowing any peripherals or anything like that. You didn't even tell me the walk rate, so I can't even know that. So just off those, I'm going to take player B because I like the higher strikeout rate guys, especially for fantasy purposes. I understand that the ERA is just a little bit higher, but I would anticipate with a strikeout rate that good that the ERA may come down. Again, not knowing any of the other peripheral stats here. I can't. Is player B Joe Ryan?
Player B is not Joe Ryan. It is a very solid guess, but player B is not Joe Ryan. I will, while you're thinking of it, I will entertain you in seeing how close you were. Ryan has actually been off to a really nice 2.94 ERA for Joe Ryan. WHIP below 1. He is just, honestly, he's been on a really hot streak. If you guessed that about a week ago, you might have been a lot closer. But I
guess his final season numbers.
Yeah. We'll check back in when the second half bump comes.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, American League pitchers here. Is player A Kevin Gausman?
Player A is not Kevin Gausman. Player A, not Kevin Gausman. Gausman to entertain you. Very close on the ERA. I will give you this 3.23 ERA for Kevin Gausman, just 0.04 higher than our mystery pitcher. But Gausman, the workhorse, 64 innings, 1.047 whip. And of course, he got a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, man. Oh,
You're within the ballpark, though.
I'm within the ballpark.
I mean, not like literally, I'm figuratively.
Oh, okay, dang. I was going to go on like Blue Jays. All right.
It's not Dylan Cease. I'll give you this, and it might help you. The StatCast xERA for both of these pitchers is respectively 3.77 for pitcher A and 3.83 for pitcher B.
Ooh, okay. So pitcher B is basically performing at expected stats, and player A is overperforming just by a little bit their expected stats. Oh man. Is player A Drew Rasmussen?
Player A is not the second. I think he has like the second lowest ERA over the last few years. It is not Drew Rasmussen. Not a bad guess on the strikeouts, but Rasmussen just a tick more effective.
Dang.
I'll give you one more.
Hold on. Let me guess. Can I guess player B real quick?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Is player B Shane McClanahan?
Shane McClanahan is not.
Okay.
Player B.
All right.
Erik.
Darn. I'm over so far. Told you I was going to embarrass myself.
Erik, you know what? I'll be very nice. I'll say two of those were foul tips. And
thank you.
You got one more swing.
All right. I need one more hint.
One more hint.
Yeah.
Player A has had a couple particularly strong outings. We even talked about one of them earlier this month.
Oh, this month. That's like 4 shows ago. You know how many players we talk about every...
This one we talked about at length. I'll give you that.
Oh, no. I'm not going to remember this. I have the memory of a goldfish.
And player B, you absolutely know. I'm just going to give you that.
I know. Man, okay. Could I? I want to ask for one more clue, but I didn't give you one more last week.
That's it. You can ask. I might say no.
What division they are in?
Player A is in the AL West. I'm not giving you player B.
Okay. Don't give me player B. Okay. Player A is in the AL West.
Yes.
They have less than 1 K per 9. They are not someone on Oakland, that's for sure. Is player A Jacob deGrom?
Player A is not Jacob deGrom.
Oh, for whiff. Okay, see, I struck
player
out there.
A, Erik. It is on the not Oakland A's. It is JT Ginn.
Oh, it is.
Who has earlier took a no-hitter into the 9th inning, hence where we talked about it, and has a 3.19 ERA, 53 innings under his belt. Bit of a contact-oriented, kind of soft contacts guy. JT Ginn is the pitcher A. Pitcher B, weren't quite able to get there. That's your Yankee Ryan Weathers.
When you said I'm not going to give you the division for player B, I was like, it's definitely a Yankee, and it's definitely not Cam Schlittler. It's probably Ryan Weathers. Oh, man. Okay.
That's a tough one. There's so many.
I'm over on that one. I'm over.
You know what? It was tough, though. I'll give you this. You were thinking a little strongly of these pitchers, but you were getting the ballpark with the pitching ones. Like Gausman was pretty close. There's some good guesses. All right.
At least I think I still picked the pitcher that I would actually rather have.
I think
than Ryan Weathers.
I think you were apt there. I do agree with you. Although their exteriors, this surprised me, extremely similar.
Yeah.
Moving on. Erik is 0 for 1 at the plate.
I
am. Speaking of being 0 for 1 at the plate, player A has a average of 220.
Whoa.
an on-base percentage of .272, but has 12 home runs on 6 stolen bases in the American League. Player B is hitting .260, has a .332 on-base percentage, but with just 3 home runs, yet 12 stolen bases in the National League.
Oh.
First of all, just on those, who would you take? They play the same
225 batting
position.
average, same position. Okay.
They play the same position.
I'd probably take player A. Power. I know the batting average is a little lower. Not knowing the strikeout rate either, kind of tough. Did you give me the OBP for each?
I did, yes.
Okay.
272 and 332 respectively.
332. Actually, I may have to change the answer here, but I'm more of a power upside guy because stolen bases are more pervasive in today's game.
They fluctuate also.
Yeah, they do fluctuate. Yeah, I think I'd still pick player A. Okay, in player A is in the American League and player B is in the National League.
That is correct.
Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Neither of these players is Fernando Tatis Jr. because he's still at 0 home runs.
This is true.
That's me just pontificating to buy myself time to think of somebody. How many home runs for player A again? 12. 6 stolen bases. Is player A? Oh my God. It's not plays for the White Sox. I'm blanking on his name at the moment. I don't want to say Chase Mydroth, but the other guy, Colson Montgomery.
Colson Montgomery. It is a solid guess, but Colson Montgomery has kind of been tearing it up. It is not Colson Montgomery.
Oh boy. Okay. Player B. Let's just swap over there. 3 homers, 12 stolen bases. National League, plays the same position.
I just want to say, really solid guess for Colson Montgomery. He's hitting 222, but he does have a 323 on base percentage.
Oh, wow.
Base. Solid guess though. That's a very, very good guess.
How many stolen bases for Colson?
Just the one.
Just the one. Okay. Oh man. Okay. So player B, National League, 3 homers, 9 stolen bases, 260. Is it Konnor Griffin?
It is Konnor Griffin. Erik is hit one into the gap in right center field, is currently rounding first base. Look at him trot out there. Konnor Griffin.
I'm only getting a double on that one, I'll tell you that much. I was not
Konnor Griffin. Hitting 260, 332 with 3 home runs, 12 stolen bases. The National League rookie. I had him in my notes as the second hit. One of the most variable draft spots. I have no idea where he would go, but absolutely that is the shortstop, Konnor Griffin.
Okay, well now I know position.
That.
Now I know position.
With that tip, Erik, can you get player A?
Which also
the player that you notably said you would rather take.
Which, by the way, Colson Montgomery, shortstop eligible.
This is true.
So I was real close there. Okay. Also plays shortstop. 12 homers, 6 stolen bases in the American League. It's not Jose Caballero. Is it Trevor Story? No, it can't be Trevor Story. It's not Trevor Story. That's not a guess. Nobody count that as a guess.
Balk.
Balk. Yeah, that's a good one. Check swing, foul tip. Let's go to the replay. Oh boy. Shortstop in the American League. I'm going team by team in my head here. I want to say CJ Abrams, but he's in the National League.
He's in the National League.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, one. I need another hint.
Second hint. You know what? You did so well. This player in probably every fantasy league was a top 50 draft pick.
Oh, that's every shortstop. He would have had to go on a little bit of a run to get up to this. Is it Gunnar Henderson?
It is Gunnar Henderson. Woo! Yes.
Yeah, he was hitting like under 200 2 weeks ago. So he's
Yeah,
gotten a little hot, right?
Gunner's been a little back and forth, but Henderson, who has just been kind of wavering in terms of his ability, still able to get 12 home runs, got his 12th, I think, either today or just the other day. Yes, Gunnar Henderson is player A. Now that you know the players, Erik, would you take Gunnar Henderson over Konnor Griffin rest of the year?
I would this
Really?
year. Yeah, in a keeper league, I'm not. In Dynasty, I'm not. But for rest of season this year, yes, I'm going to take Gunnar Henderson.
Actually, even in a keeper Dynasty league, I mean, Gunnar Henderson was MVP runner-up a couple of years ago, or finalist at least.
Yes, but if we think about it, he's really only returned like first-round value for 4.5 months of his career. He's very good. Don't get me wrong.
Sure. Okay, first-round value, yeah.
Yeah, nothing says that he can't be phenomenal the rest of his career. But I don't think he's a first-round pick. That being said, Konnor Griffin could very likely be a first-round pick for the next decade. And we don't know that. He might not be.
I'll give you that upside. Sure. And he's 20. All right. That's not half bad.
And he's not been overwhelmed by Major League pitching at all. Mm-hmm. He looks so good. I still like your trade, though, for Ronald Acuna. Not going to lie. Still like that trade.
You mean for Cristopher Sanchez? Yeah. Not really at this point. All right. We have time, I believe, for the third one here. Erik, you're 1 for 2 at the plate.
Woo.
Doing pretty solid. Took you a long at bat to get to player A, but we got there.
Yeah.
We now move on to the third plate appearance for Mr. Erik Hinrichsen. Starting with player A, who is hitting .233 with also 12 home runs with a 15% barrel rate.
Whoa.
Playing in the American League. He is going to be here against player B, who is hitting .234 with 10 home runs and a 13% barrel rate. I have one clue for player A. You at home may not know them or be very familiar with them. Player B, you definitely know them.
Can you just tell me the batting averages one more time?
233 and they're the same.
And 234.
233, okay. 234.
Do they play the same position?
They do.
Okay.
All of these play the same position.
Is player B Pete Alonso?
Well, actually, yes. Yes, it is. Player B is Pete Alonso. Yes.
Dang, look at me. Okay.
You were doubting yourself so much. You've got it.
I know. Oh, boy. Wow. Look at that. Okay. That's okay. I'm going to need a minute to guess player A because that was just like, let me just pull this out of here kind of situation.
Has done it. My goodness.
Pete Alonso. Okay. Wow. We didn't even get more stats. What other stats were you going to give us for Pete Alonso as I think about player A?
Other stats. I mean, American League first baseman is kind of what I got. And I wasn't going to give you too many other stats. This one's a little more perceptive rather than just like listing the stats. And honestly, these players are pretty similar. But I will then flip it over to player A.
15% barrel rate, hitting .233. You did not get. Did you give me total home runs?
12.
12. Okay, it's not Murakami. American League first baseman, 12 home runs. Is it Christian Walker? No, he's hitting higher than 230. He's hitting way better than 233.
I will say this. I misspoke. So, but this player has first base eligibility.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
He does not typically play there.
Then it's not Josh Naylor.
It's not Josh Naylor.
Does not typically play first base, but has first base eligibility. 12 homers, American League, 15% barrel rate. So no one on the Red Sox. It's not Vlad. I'm working my way down. See what I'm doing? I'm working my way down down from the north to west.
You're sweeping across the nation.
I am. I'm sweeping across the nation here. This is a tough one because I feel like a lot of the first basemen who have really performed well so far are in the National League.
Yeah. First base is such a weird position. We were talking about that in our preseason previews of just like there's a couple high tier guys and then
yeah. Oh man. Okay. I couldn't even tell you who plays first base for the Rangers. Is it Nick Kurtz?
It's not Nick Kurtz. Okay. It is not. Not a poor guess.
Oh, you said he doesn't normally play first base. That would have ruled out Nick Kurtz. Okay, I get one more guess here to get this right. That is not Vinny P. I can tell you who it's not. It's not Ben Rice. It's oh my goodness. It's not Josh Bell. That's too many home runs.
I'll give you a weird hint.
Okay, yeah,
like
please.
A weird hint?
Yeah, give me a weird one.
They used to be really, really, really bad.
That's a lot of players. It's not Jared Kelnick. He's not eligible at first base. He's still really, really.
He also got DFA'd.
Really... Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that was recent. Because he was on the White Sox. He got DFA'd from the White Sox.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Missed that piece of relevant fantasy news.
Yeah, maybe not for shallow leagues, but positive only anyway.
Yeah, positive only. Oh my goodness. Okay. All
right, Erik.
I'm not gonna get this one. I know. The pressure's on. Okay, give me a countdown. Give me like a 10. Oh boy.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah. No.
Called strike 3.
Called strike 3. I'll take it.
It is Miguel Vargas.
Oh my goodness.
White Sox.
Yeah.
Currently having an outstanding breakout year.
Yeah. I don't even care about his batting average. He's been so good elsewhere.
361 on base percentage, keeping a very high walk rate. And yes, a couple years ago, he was quite dismal for both the Dodgers and the White Sox. But Vargas is doing quite well for himself here, playing the hot corner for the White Sox. Not doing incredibly well defensively, but nevertheless being valuable over there.
Yeah. Oh, man, those are two very different players.
Vargas. They're weirdly different and kind of similar in different ways.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, just a 227 BABIP for Miguel Vargas. He's interesting. He's not a high BABIP guy though, but
he's not. He's very much, he's a fly ball hitter, but he's a very interesting player and honestly very good so far. Well, Erik, I think you did pretty good.
Yeah. I got 3 out of the 6 players.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
I'll take it. I'm hitting 500. What's pretty crazy to me about a guy like Miguel Vargas is if you had Eugenio Suarez in the beginning of the season and he went on the IL and you needed a fill-in at third base, at that time you probably picked up Miguel Vargas and he's given you kind of exactly what Eugenio Suarez would give you, plus a lot more stolen bases.
If not better. Yeah.
Right.
He's been great.
He has been a good, very solid waiver wire pickup who you may just roster the rest of the season. Carson, once again, that was a lot of fun, and you picked some really good players, really interesting players to compare there. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, that's so much fun. That's a really fun segment, and we'll play that throughout the season as we move along, because right now you can't believe that Pete Alonso and Miguel Vargas have comparable stats. And you know what? In 6 weeks, you may not believe that Ronald Acuna and Josh Naylor have comparable stats. You never know. So it'll be really fun to do that again later on in the year. We're going to wrap it up right there. We'll be back next Friday with a brand new episode. To make sure you never miss an episode, please subscribe. We're available wherever you get your podcasts. And if you have a question for us to answer right here on the pod, reach out to us on social media. Leave a comment on YouTube, hit us up on the PL Discord, or email us at theshallowspod@gmail.com. He's Carson Picard at Carson Picard on Blue Sky. I'm Erik Hinrichsen at Erik Hin on Blue Sky and Twitter. That's Erik with a K, reminding you that murky waters are fine if you know how to swim. See you next time on The Shallows.
Take care, everybody.